I consider these practice games.
Yeah.
Until they lose one of them.
Morning, Norm.
Mr. Mayor?
Morning, Ron. Morning, Amy.
Good morning.
Do you have an agenda for me? Thank you.
Morning, Joe.
Actually, I need
Late this
all the
morning?
paperwork.
I
that
gave
you
him an extra packet.
All right.
got. Okay, I'll just.
Right state.
At least you've heard of them.
Yeah. Oh, you want?
I don't know. I mean, they're not supposed to play teams that are going to beat them.
Taking care of me, I'm sorry.
That and the,
It's hard to get into them. Boy, they're packed though, aren't they?
oh, yeah.
You know, not so many years ago, I mean, they wouldn't get a full house for a game like that.
No, but they are packed.
It's a big deal now.
Yeah. And now they're starting to walk up and down the aisle and monitor the mask
They are?
usage. Yeah.
How's that going?
The first game, they didn't really bother. Well, people buy a drink and they pretend like they're drinking. Well,
Right.
That's how it's going.
So they
but-
did try to monitor that?
Yes, but the last game, they had signs and they were walking up and down the aisles. And in our aisle, they stopped and had somebody put their mask on.
Did they really?
Yeah, so,
I wondered, you know, they don't show the crowd necessarily.
you can
That's
have it off if
interesting.
you're eating or drinking, and otherwise you should have it on.
Well, it's getting harder and harder and harder to, people just are starting to really, they've had enough.
Well, and
Right or wrong.
a beer or a glass of wine in there, you're not, you don't just, I don't anyway, some people might.
What are they, like $8?
Yeah, the beer's more than the wine,
Is it really? Wow.
and I think the wine's only $1 more than the water. So that makes
That's
it an
what's
easy
wrong.
choice.
That's wrong. That's wrong. The water is, that's not right.
I know it's not.
The alcohol, okay, but not the water.
I don't know how a family can afford to go to a
What are
game.
they,
You're not gonna eat or drink would be the message, I guess,
Right.
but.
what happened?
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you, Mindy. Oh, you're fine.
Do you need this agenda back? If you would all rise and repeat with me the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the meeting of November 9th, 2021. I would entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second?
Been properly moved and seconded. Are there any alterations or corrections?
No, thanks.
Hearing none, the minutes stand approved we will vote on that. Those in favor of approval of the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next on the agenda, new business under engineering, we have change order number 1, Maplewood Subdivision ramp replacement.
Yes, good morning, Jeremy Grenard, City Engineer. This change order for the Maplewood Subdivision ramp replacement is the first and final change order. The purpose of the change order was to add 2 handicap ramps in order to make one of the intersections more intuitive to cross. The overall change order is for $5,356, bringing the total contract to $48,204 for a total change order percentage of 12.5% of the original contract, and we're recommending your approval of the change order.
Board members, what's your pleasure?
Move approval.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any questions on these?
So it's all over out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Next, under Lafayette Renew, we have the contract 2021 for sanitary sewer rehabilitation.
Good morning.
Brad.
Brad Talley, Lafayette Renew. You have before you the contract and notice to proceed for the 2021 Sanitary Sewer Rehab Project with Granite Inliner. First for the contract, the board opened bids on October 5th, and Granite Inliner was the low bid with the alternate. The contract amount is $936,483, and I recommend your approval of the contract.
What's your pleasure, board?
Move for approval.
Second?
Been properly moved and seconded. Are there further questions on this?
That's what you've been telling us. This has been ongoing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our lining project that we've been talking about for a while. We will get out on the Old Romney Road sewer and get out in front of the mill and pave for next year, next spring.
All right. Those in favor of the motion for approval of the contract signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's followed closely by a notice to proceed
Yep.
on the 2021 sanitary sewer rehab.
We have a notice to proceed of today, November 16th, with a substantial completion of March 16th, 22, and final completion of April 16th, 2022.
We have a motion. Is there a
Second.
second? Are there questions?
No.
Proceed to vote. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Well, we've made it to claims already.
Good morning, Jeremy Deal, Controller. Controller's Office has reviewed claims totaling $1,042,827.08, and I request the board's approval.
For the reading of the claims, are there any questions or comments? Hearing, seeing none, I would entertain a motion for approval.
Move for approval.
Second?
Properly moved and seconded. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then we have two miscellaneous items. The first is National Apprentice Week, November 15th through the 21st, 2021, a proclamation.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the board. You're gonna have to hear me talk a little bit this morning more than normal here with these two proclamations. So we'll bear with me because they're both very important, and we're very glad to be supporting both of these items that are on the agenda this morning. So the first one is, as Norm said, is the National Apprenticeship Week, November 15th through the 21st. A special proclamation recognizing the Indiana Union Construction Industry and their recruitment arm, the Indiana Careers in Construction Association. Whereas this week, the country celebrates National Apprenticeship Week, recognizing the value of skilled training to the workforce and economic development. We recognize the impact made by the Indiana Union Construction Industry and their recruitment arm, the Indiana Careers in Construction Association, throughout Indiana. And whereas by providing skilled apprenticeship training programs to Hoosiers statewide, the Indiana Union Construction Industry and the Indiana Careers in Construction Association are providing opportunities for our residents to improve their skills, their careers, and their lives. These registered apprenticeship training programs are an asset to our community and to our state. And whereas there are currently more than 75,000 skilled tradesmen and women in the Indiana Union Construction Industry, and whereas there are more than 60 apprenticeship training locations throughout the state of Indiana, and whereas there are currently more than 7,800 apprenticeships enrolled in union construction apprenticeship programs in the Indiana Union Construction Industry, consisting of 22% minorities, 9% veterans, and 5% females. And whereas each year the Indiana Union Construction Industry makes a private industry investment of more than $44 million in apprenticeship training through their jointly managed apprenticeship programs, and whereas since 1983, more than 15,000 apprentices from the Indiana Union Construction Industry have earned an associate's degree in applied sciences from Ivy Tech Community College as a direct result of their enrollment in the Union Construction Apprenticeship Program. These 2-year degrees is earned at no additional cost to the student. Therefore, be it resolved by the City of Lafayette, Indiana, the City of Lafayette proudly recognizes the Indiana Union Construction Industry, their recruitment arm, the Indiana Careers in Construction Association, and the city heartily congratulates the Indiana Union Construction Industry and the Indiana Careers in Construction Association and wishes them continued success. So we're happy to read this proclamation this morning. As you know, skilled tradespeople are a very important part of our economic development in our community, and certainly we need more of them. So apprenticeship programs that allow individuals to get in these trades is very important. So I want to thank, we're very appreciative of what they do. I know that we have a couple people here. Steve, or did anybody else want to talk or say anything this morning, or did you just want me to, did you want to say anything?
No, Mayor, I really just want to thank you for your continued support of our workforce development efforts. My name is Lynn Busby. I'm the Community Outreach Director for the Indiana Careers in Construction Association. You've always been a strong advocate for labor, and I see tons of construction work going on in your community, and we want to make sure that you have a strong, educated, and skilled workforce that allows you to continue to grow Lafayette and the surrounding area.
Thank you very much. Well said.
Good morning, Steve Snyder, 3680 Union Street, Lafayette. I'm also the president of the Tippecanoe Building Trades Construction Council. This proclamation is near and dear to my heart because I am myself was an apprentice at one time, moved on to a journeyman, developed those skills, and I'm a success story. And I represent over 3,500 women and men who cover a 9-county region in this area who have gone through the same programs and are currently going through. So it's a very important thing to recognize. So thank you, Mayor. Thanks, Council.
Thank you, Steve. All right, next we have a National Hunger and Homeless Awareness Week proclamation. Whereas for many years, the Homeless Prevention and Intervention Network has conducted activities to commemorate National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, sponsored by the National Coalition for the Homeless and the National Student Campaign Against Hunger and Homelessness. And whereas in the purpose of this proclamation, it is to support the efforts of the Homeless Prevention and Intervention Network to educate the public about the many reasons why very low-income residents are hungry and homeless in Tippecanoe County, and to encourage support for homeless assistance, service providers, as well as community service opportunities for students and school service organizations. And whereas there are many organizations committed to sheltering and providing supportive services, as well as meals and food to the homeless, including all of the members of the Homelessness Prevention and Intervention Network. And whereas the community recognizes that homelessness and hunger continues to be a serious problem for many individuals and families in Tippecanoe County, particularly with the impact of COVID-19 on health, employment, housing, education, child care, and access to other basic needs. Now there be it resolved that I, Tony Roseworski, the mayor of Lafayette, do hereby proclaim November 13th through the 21st, 2021, as National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. Be it further resolved that we encourage all of the citizens to recognize that many people do not have housing or enough food and need support from our citizens and private, public, nonprofit service entities. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of our offices to be affixed this the 16th day of November 2021. So again, very important. We have a tremendous number of organizations in our community that work day in and day out on these issues, reaching out to those in need in our community, and they put their heart and soul into those activities, and we certainly appreciate what they do each and every day. I know Jennifer Shook was supposed to be here. Did Jennifer, did you get anybody want to say a few extra words or anything? Okay, all right. Well, thank you, and all the providers in your network that help those folks in our community. So, all right, that being said, I think we're through, Norm. Thank you.
Does anyone from the public have a comment they'd like to make? Hearing, seeing none, the meeting is adjourned.